the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Alpity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's That Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Alpity and John.
All right. See, it's not as harsh of a drop down. Hi. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Good day, good evening. Buenos dias and hola.
Guten Tag.
I literally just think I said hello in just two languages. And guten tag to you, my friend. My name is John.
I'm Alpity.
And we're hashtag
That Podcast.
Hey, what? Yes.
Yeah.
Audience is going wild today. We
know.
are so thrilled to be back. Better than ever, episode 89, Alpity.
Yes. I just looked at the time. Whoops. Oh no, why are you out of focus? Come back.
Oh my God.
Well, it is hashtag That Podcast with Alpity and somewhat of a John. Or what we think to be John. Okay, your hand is clear. Oh, come back, face. Come back. Oh, there we go.
So now I am back clear.
Yes.
So what has happened to the non-live listening audience? Sorry about that bumpy intro. We're also live streaming on Twitch, folks.
Wow.
And my camera went very blurry, as if I passed. And as if I was no longer here, and it couldn't focus on me and or my face.
In the arms of the angels.
Oh, my dog, bitch!
No.
It's like this dog is being abused.
No.
How rude.
How
Now, Sarah
rude.
McLaughlin is forever going to be the ASPCA lady, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah. Boy,
there could be worse organizations to be part of, right?
This is true, yeah. So, hopefully they're not, abusing dogs and stuff like that, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That would be the opposite of the ASPCA. That would be a NASPCA.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Hi.
Order is up, folks. Hello. So this is our show. It is called That Podcast. And let's get right into the show. Let's get started with our very first segment. That's, of course,
Shout outs.
With that very eerie, screechy scream. Alpity, who is your first shout out?
First is Pandora Box, because
Ooh.
yes, I actually talked to her today for a tiny bit on Twitter, so I feel fancy because great person in person. So
yes, great person in person.
Yes. So
Pandora Box, that's of course the famous drag queen who most people know from RuPaul's Drag Race.
RuPaul Drag Race,
early season, and then of course
2.
All Stars as well.
Yes.
Season Dose, and then
season 1, and then season 4 or 5 of All Stars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Absolutely.
Numbers
are fun when you're involved in math. The math teachers are going ham right now. They're like, oh my God.
We love math too.
That's actually my shout out this week goes to math teachers.
Hell yeah. Math teachers, you guys are badass. All teachers are badass, so thank you.
But math teachers are my shout outs of the week. I want to make definitely a shout out there to all the arithmetic savants out there.
The lovers of geometry.
Right. The lovers of numbers and geometry.
Yes. Trigonometry.
That's right. And the philosophers of calculus. We love you, mathematicians.
Couldn't think of the name of that class. Thank you for saying it, because I just blanked on what that name was. I also did not take calculus, so.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the honesty, first of all.
No, thank you.
Secondly, I too have never taken calculus. I don't even know what it is.
I couldn't tell you.
I do know it's the study of numbers. And if I were to ask Googler, calculus is a branch of mathematics concerned with the calculation of instantaneous rates of change. Duh, first of all. And secondly, glad that's out of the way. Who's your other Shout out.
Rewind. For a second, I thought
Hold
you.
on.
I didn't catch on at first that you're like, if I were to Google, and I thought you just had this memorized for some reason, like this was a great fact that you knew, so you were just spitting it out so naturally at first, and I was
Oh
like,
no.
oh, I got it.
He's
Anyways,
reading. No, these fat fingers type fast. I'm like, and
exactly,
quietly. They're like
exactly.
little ninja fingers. But anyway, who's your next shout out? Yeah.
God, oh no.
God is an awesome God. Thank you.
God,
And that's actually my next shout out. My
gosh.
next shout out is to God, G-O-D. Shout out to you, honey.
For
Thank you
some
for
reason, your
listening.
camera went blurry again, but you're back now. Hey
God
God,
was
what's
like,
up?
please don't. God's like, please not, John.
Our Lord God and Savior, Eugene Lee Yang. Yeah, what up?
That's right.
But
Your next shout out is whom?
Eugene Lee Yang was gonna come up too because he's a badass bitch. But
And he's most famous for what exactly?
he's a try guy.
I love a good try guy.
Yes. Wait a minute.
I do. What can I say,
Fair,
LPD?
fair. Forgot where I was going with that point, but yeah, he's part of the Try Guys. He's the beautiful Asian one. So,
Oh, he's wonderful.
mhm,
Super cute.
yes,
And shout out to him.
yes.
Yes.
Shout out to him. But well, another shout out is to Colleen Ballinger.
Oh
Also,
my god.
also, what?
Oh my god. You know how like some people say that, like people who don't want to say God because they don't say God's name in vain. They say,
Uh-huh.
oh my god.
Oh my
Have you
god.
ever heard that? Like, oh my god? Like, oh my gosh, oh my god?
Gosh, yeah, but not gall.
Really? I could be making it up, but I feel like people do say, oh my god.
Why do we keep having these moments? Oh my.
Well, because we grew up differently, Pity.
I get
I
that.
grew up as a immigrant from Germany, speaking just a mere lick of English.
And I'm just confused about the world at this
And
point.
you're
So,
confused about the word. No, but it is funny. That's why I love this podcast because there's just things like you and I have so much in common, but there are just some things that in our life, there's just streets that never crossed, if you will.
amen.
Amen.
I wasn't
Speaking
paying
of
attention.
God,
Going back to
my co-host just said I was not paying attention. Okay, bitch. Fair. Literally.
oh no.
She said, nah. Sorry, where were we?
Sometimes when I get confused, I shut down and I just try to get
I
back
get
on
that.
track. So
No, sometimes no, it's like a computer. It's like sometimes it just has to restart. It's like that beginning Mac sound or Windows sound.
No,
Anyway.
no. Run,
No,
run,
no,
run,
no,
run.
no. No, but anyway, was that the end of your shout out?
It was not.
Oh.
Anyways, Colleen Ballinger, only because she's gonna be here this weekend and I'm going to her show, so I'm gonna go meet her.
That's epic. So she's going to be in the wonderful state of Arizona.
Arizona, yes.
When you said here, it's hard for me to not think that it's Colorado because I'm
Yes.
here.
I am here with the palm trees and no snow.
Oh, I love that. No, we have not gotten snow yet, but we definitely don't have palm trees.
Yeah.
Now I wonder. Now, if let's just say I put a palm tree outside,
Mhm.
okay, would it live or would it die based on the climate? I don't know.
I wish I knew the answer to that because I've had that exact same thought.
Right? Because I just wonder if palm trees. Because Shirley, don't call me Shirley.
Hey.
Hey, bazinga! No, that one was bad. But order is up. I have always wondered, like, because here's the thing: if I have a house in Colorado,
Yeah.
I want my backyard to have palm trees.
Yeah.
The problem is, I want them to live, Lori. I want them to live.
You want them to grow, live, provide shade, a beautiful,
No,
beautiful
not
tropical
grow,
shade.
just live. I want them to maintain one height their entire life, or as some people say, height. Do you love people who say height with the th at the end?
I don't
I'm
think
like,
I
what's
do.
that height?
I don't think I do. I don't think that sounds
You don't know
good.
anyone who says height.
I don't think I do. I mean, I've heard it before,
Oh, I've heard.
but
Mhm.
like I don't like it, but it doesn't like it's not a deal breaker. I don't know why.
Wait, so if someone started dating you, they say, "What height are you?" They would not be a deal breaker.
No, it would not be a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's fair. It probably wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I mean, I've dated boys who drool, so I'm just kidding. My standards are low. No, I'm just kidding. They're not. But
That's why
I don't
I
like
am a
that. I
single
also don't
parent of
like
2
when.
dogs. So yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
Well,
very single, very single.
very single.
That's great.
DJ Khaled
DJ Khaled.
brings me to my third shout out. DJ
Ooh.
Khaled is my third shout out. First we had God, DJ Khaled, and whoever I said first.
Yes. I got one more.
Oh, hit me with it with your
This is a 2 for 1, but the shout out is for us because we're.
BOGO.
Never mind. The shout out's just for me now. I'm just kidding.
No, but guess what, BOGO bitch? You get me too.
The shout
I
out.
come for free, whether you like it or not.
The shout out is for us because we badass bitches, even though we are very tired right now. So
That's exactly right. Badass bitch, bad attitude.
yes. The question I was going to ask you earlier, but I decided to save for the podcast is since I am
I love
going.
surprises.
Yeah, I know. Surprise! Going back to the show that I'm going to this weekend, I don't know what to
Mhm.
wear to a show. Like I've seen other people like go to a show and wear clothes clearly. Duh.
Mhm.
I've made that
Yes,
joke already.
clothing is yes,
Is
clothing
usually
is a
good.
thing
Yeah, see, I
in
did a
public.
joke. Yes.
Hey,
It's a joke. I don't know what that was. Sorry.
nudity. So you're wondering what to wear to a show like this?
Yes, like I kind of want to wear like a cute romper with like something covering, but I also my legs are not looking great right now. Not saying like they're like I'm not like okay with the appearance as far as like how big I
Mhm.
am or something like that. No, no, no. I am a parent of a puppy who is
Oh,
gets so excited. He's in the stage where he is so excited to see me, and how he
uh,
shows this excitement is he will stand on up and just put his paws all the way down my legs, and sometimes he scratches my
oh,
legs.
and scrooch your legs.
Yes, so my legs are a
Wow,
little busted right now, and I'm like, I don't want to like be like taking pictures with like my legs all scratched up right now. Like they're
that's very true.
yeah.
So if you were to describe what your legs have been through, what would be something that you so people could get a visual of what your legs are in the shape right now of maybe walking through barbed wire or maybe less extreme.
I would say like a step down extreme, like a little less
Okay, so what
extreme.
would that be? So
Um,
that would be
that would be like walking through a rose bush, maybe. How about that?
ooh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Like just kind of
Ouchie.
grazing by it, like, and you just kind of kick it from time to time, you know. But you
Oh,
don't kick it too hard, but it's enough to like you just graze it a little bit because you're like,
that should hurt.
yeah. I don't know.
Even regular bushes. I would think about like a non-thorny bush. That would hurt just scraping and scratching yourself.
And I'm not saying I kick my puppy. Please don't take that. But my puppy is like very, very hyper too, so he kind of like tackles me. it's it's
The,
definitely
the
I
dog is what, 12 pounds, Albany?
yeah. The
He says
dog
this dog tackles me.
the dog tackles me. The dog is taller than Cupcake now.
It's
He
like
he is so excited to see me, so he's like, "I'm coming with you, Mom." So he'll be like on the back of my calf, like trying to trip me almost. I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, this dog is trying to kill me." Great, but I love him so much. What do I do? Like, so
oh,
yeah,
you
I'm the
love
one
him
getting
and let him
abused.
scratch
I don't
you.
know what to do in this
True.
situation.
But it's all happy, right? He's not like attacking you.
Yeah, no, it's really he's
Okay,
happy. Yeah, he's
good.
happy.
Just
He
want to make
just
sure that
he loves me a
he's not
lot.
like.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little, he's still learning. Let's say that he is
Mhm.
learning how
We're
things.
all still learning.
We're all still learning. So when I close the door to go to the bathroom, because he likes to try to get into the trash if I'm in the bathroom. Uh,
Oh, dogs love used tissue. I don't
right,
get it.
I know,
I
but
don't get that. Why do you love used tissue, dog? That's so
exactly.
strange.
Like, stop. Just don't
Very
do.
weird.
That's weird. Bad dog. Don't do that. If you're
Yeah.
listening to this
I mean, not even
podcast,
bad dog. Nasty dog. Like, what do
nasty
you do?
dog.
Ew.
But since he's in the stage that he's excited to see me, he also
Mhm.
misses me a lot while he's awake. So if he's awake playing and I'm in the bathroom, he is like, "Oh hell no! How could you do this to me. Get that door open now.
Aw.
And he will charge for the door and try to jump on it to open it dramatically, but then he'll just run into the door.
Aw.
So it's sad.
Maybe he thinks he's magical or Harry Potter.
Yes, and then he'll do the whole thing where like little cats do it too, where they put their little paws in there. There's one time I'm like, stop.
Oh my God, he's putting his little paws under the door.
Yes, and then of course,
Oh, that is
once they come
cute.
out of the door, he's like stretching up again. He's like, "Mommy, yay!" But then he's like, down my legs. But he's so excited, and he'll jump up and until I like pick him up and give him a hug because he's a great little
I
boy.
love that. So he's just scratching you up. So maybe wear some leggings.
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna either wear leggings or like color, mm, colorful
Color fruits.
jeans. Yeah.
Colorful
Oh,
jeans.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Got it. Got it. There is a
Tell us.
turtleneck that I have not worn. I was actually gonna wear it for a photo, but I didn't end up needing it.
Lady, is the
Yeah.
turtleneck? You're in Arizona. Is it long sleeve?
Well, no, it's like 3/4 and like it's cold shoulders are on it.
Cold shoulders.
Yeah, and it's like not like thick. It's a light kind of turtleneck.
What does cold shoulders mean? It means they're open?
Yeah, it means like there's nothing here. So like it's a sleeve and
Oh.
then it's like, oh,
Hey, hold on.
shoulder.
They call it a cold shoulder.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't name it.
strange.
I
I mean, it's very
exactly.
rude. I'm like, it's very off-putting to me. I'm like,
Exactly. Like I
oh,
was
a
like,
little
what? Why is
abrasive.
this? Why are the clothes
I mean, I
like?
get it because your shoulder is literally cold, but
But like,
hello,
that's
don't
just
we know?
rude.
Haven't we learned on the podcast that the words can mean different things?
Exactly. And like,
Sitting on a soapbox can mean one thing. Stand.
but standing on a soapbox
Stand.
could mean another thing.
Another orders up. Yes.
Orders up. I don't know what's going on.
So yeah, I do think some colorful jeans would be cute, or even like colorful tights. That's always a good go-to.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of colorful tights, so like
Okay.
none. So
Okay. Well, that idea's out.
yeah.
There goes that one. So I guess colorful jeans will have to do.
Right. I got red, I got yellow, I got green, pink.
Oh,
Hmm.
you have a lot of varieties in color. A lot of my closet, I mean, you relate to this too. Like a lot of it is black. I got a lot of black in my closet.
Yes.
I don't
That's
mean
why
it
I'm
like
like,
that.
I want to
I
like
don't mean that's
pure
how you relate
friendly.
to it.
I don't want to be like,
Um,
oh, hey, here I am in a black shirt and a red pants. That's probably what I'm gonna wear. And maybe I'll wear my
oh,
sparkly
that's cute.
shoes. And yeah. And then I'm wearing a
Like the
wig
Dorothy
too.
shoes.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
wearing a wig. Oh my
Mhm.
God,
My
wig! I love it.
or did I wear those? There. The silver shoes, I don't know if I wore the sparkly Oxford kind of looking shoes for our
Silver ox. Oh, I think for the Grammys part of
there
of
we go.
sorts.
Yes, you should watch that. We made a docu-series about it. So go to our YouTube. Just go to
Go to the
hashtag
YouTube.
thatpodcast.com.
All one word
Oh,
and one website.
ooh.
Ah.
And if you go to that website right now, you like click on the
Click on the yes. Go ahead, Jojo Siwa. She said, yes. You were saying El Pity.
Good Lord, sorry, Jojo.
No, I'm not. I'm giving you airtime on my podcast for free. You're welcome, lady.
She don't need us. She don't
I
need
know.
us.
I know. And speaking of someone who does not need us, Joe Cantori. Jim Cantori.
I was like, oh my God. Oh
Every
my
time
God.
I was
Hold
getting
it.
it right or to say. So on last week's
Oh
episode, of course, we were talking about the very subjectively famous Jim Cantori, weather person of the world.
no. Oh, the Weather Channel.
He of the Weather Channel, yes.
There we go.
Which, to be fair, the Weather Channel is in the world, so I wasn't
That's fair.
terribly off.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, you were just getting a little bit more specific than I was.
I'm
okay?
so sorry. I was just trying to prove a point. That's all.
I mean, pretty sure that weather exists in the world, but whatever.
You know. And the main one of the main people that talks about the weather in the world is
Jim Cantori, allegedly. So we asked on our Twitter in tonight's episode, we bring up Jim Cantori, and I didn't have a clue who he was. And of course, we apologize to Jim. Now, respectfully and of course in good fun, do you all know who Jim Cantori is? Apparently, over 1 billion people on Twitter do. Let us know below. Are you ready for these results, Elpidi?
Wait, you didn't just say 1 million people.
Yeah, he follow over 1 million people follow.
Oh, I was like, 1
Jim
million.
Cantori.
1 million. Wow, I can't say words now. I got a little shocked there. I thought you were saying 1 million people took our poll, and I was like, excuse me, what? We haven't had those numbers since I don't know when.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that sounded like apparently over 1 million people on Twitter do sounded more like a segue than the tweet.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
scared the hell out of me. I wasn't ready.
No problem. No problem. It is Halloween month. We are starting with spooky episodes.
Spooky.
But anyway, the results.
Yes.
I don't have a very suspenseful sound, so therefore you will get.
Oh, okay.
The options were I def know Jim Cantori, and option 2 was who? Coming in at exactly 50% and 50%.
No.
I def know Jim Cantori is 50%, and who at 50%. I was shook about this because up until literally, I think yesterday, it was people knew who Jim Cantori was.
Yeah.
And okay, it's not lost on us how horribly mean this conversation sounds. But like really, there are people that we know and people we don't know, even very famous people. Like El Pitti doesn't know who Michael Jackson is. I do, right? So that's like really
What the
amazing.
fuck?
I'm just kidding. I was trying to make it relatable, El Pitti. So El Pitti doesn't know who. I have nothing else. It's the only one that came to mind.
That podcast. I don't know. How do I segue here? What do I do?
So
Ah!
El Pitti, the truth is, tell the audience, you know who Michael Jackson is.
I do.
Well, joke's on me. Hee hee. Anyway,
So sunflower.
Jim Cantori.
Till
So
those
it is-
sunflowers.
Exactly.
I used to
was
be the king
shocked.
of pop. Hee hee.
But now I think it's crazy that 50% of the people did not know who he was, and of course who did. Now I also feel very vindicated in this poll result because I really genuinely did not know who he was, and like I wasn't even trying to be fun. I was like, no, I don't know who he is. And then you say he got hit by a tree. I'm like, oh my word! And he gets hit by things a lot, so it's almost like he's famous for these
Well,
things.
no, he doesn't. He usually doesn't get hit. He just stands in the wind, and like this was like one of the first times he did get hit. He got hit by a tree branch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Journalism at its finest. Sorry. So what I just said a few seconds ago is completely inaccurate.
We're gonna get sued. No, I'm just kidding.
They're like,
It's okay.
that means okay, El Pitti. In order for us to get sued, that means someone has to listen beyond a minute into the show.
Yes.
They're like, ooh, just kidding. They love us.
Jim Cantori joins the chat. I
I
heard
know.
you don't know who the hell I am. Oh,
I'm like,
no.
I didn't. El Pitti did, but no, I did think he probably read our tweet, and I was like, how rude. Or he's probably famous, and I was like, probably didn't see it.
And you
Probably
named
the
him
latter.
Jim Cantoria. That's what you named, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a couple variations because I could not for the life of me remember his
Yeah.
name.
It was
And then I
great.
really thought I nailed it earlier today, and I called him Joe Cantori. I'm like, oh my gosh, get it together, Jonathan. Anyway, I
Jonathan. That's how
So that's
you
that,
are
Miss
in my
Girl.
phone.
that is true. Now, Pity, you have some fun and exciting news happening in the world.
I don't know how about fun because two of these are now going to be both scandals potentially. Who knows? Well, one of them we know is already a scandal, so it's just like a follow up. Try Guys. So the three Try Guys, and the threesome.
Remaining. Hey, trilogy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, trilogy.
The trifecta.
Oh,
A troika.
oh.
The triplets
Isn't
of
the
content.
troika a ride at Elitch's?
I think a troika is a threesome in Russian.
There was another one you said. Oh, trilogy. Duh, that was the one.
Oh, it's a it's a Russian vehicle pulled by a team of 3 horses abreast, or a group of 3 people working together, especially in an administrative or managerial capacity. So, what I had just indicated, but also you are exactly right. It also does absolutely mean that there is a ride in an amusement park at Elitch Gardens called Troika. You're right.
I'm right. I'm right.
You are. I want to break free.
I want to break free.
So that's that. So the Try Guys came out with a statement. What did they tell the world? So they were just like open and honest about it, and then just moved on, basically, right?
They were open and honest as much as they could be. They kind of talked through their process about how they were talking to HR lawyers, general lawyers,
Oh my god, gross.
PR, HR, cha cha real smooth.
Dum, 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 dum,
Doop doop
dum,
doop
dum,
doop
dum,
doop doop.
dum.
Turn it out
Boom, boom, boom.
to the left.
Chicken box.
I take it back.
One hop. Now one hop this time into the subject.
Yes. But anyways, Try Guys.
Worst
Try
segue
Guys.
ever.
I don't know. I couldn't catch on. I'm sorry. I was
Try Guys.
just ran. Just,
Mm.
So they released a video talking about the process and like how some of the footage that they shot is unusable just because the one who shall not be named, we'll call him Fulmer. We're not gonna say his,
Fulmer.
yeah, we're not gonna say his first name. We're gonna say his last name so he remembers how much he fucked over his wife by cheating.
Wow. His last name is Fulmer. His real name?
Yeah, last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a nickname. I'm like, oh, okay.
No,
I'm like, where is that? I'm like, where did that come from? Okay, got it. So
I don't know.
So
He would probably have
did
to take like
they?
a DNA. I think he's Italian. I don't know. I don't care.
But did they even say his name in the video?
I think so.
Okay.
Like in the beginning, and then they also talk about kindness. And they talked about like, hey, we recognize.
Pass.
I know, pass.
Kidding.
Kindness.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. I love a good kindness.
L. No,
Mhm.
kindness is great. So they talked
Yes,
about.
especially. Moving on.
So they talked about they recognize that in these situations women are subject to getting the most hate, and they said think kindness first and think about where they're coming
Mhm.
from. So because yeah, we don't know the full story. We don't know
No.
if we're ever going to know the full story, so there might be stuff that we are unaware of. So
Yep. And the thing is with YouTubers, especially like people like that kind of personalities, any of the scandals that have happened, there's always been some level of secrecy that you don't really find out all the details.
mhm.
And what I believe that to be true is like even with celebrities, I don't think those details actually ever get out. I just think the press is large enough to let let certain dialogue go, like the source of a story. It's like well, none of us even know if that's accurate, right? But with a
Right.
celebrity, there's a different level of calamity with the news articles. Frankly, no one's going to be debunking that on a for a YouTuber necessarily. But I've thought about some of the old scandals. There's so much detail that I wish I still knew
Mhm.
that you will never know.
Exactly. Maybe one day, who knows? Maybe like 20 years down the road from when it happened, we get a tell-all Netflix special, or maybe
Yes.
some news streaming service called hashtag that podcast coming in
Mhm.
2024.
Exactly. Hosted by Jane Pauley.
Yeah.
I love her. Do you know who she is? She's the CBS Sunday Morning anchor. Love her.
I probably would know her once I saw her. I'm not good with
CBS.
names. That is why your name is
Okay.
Jonathan Jonathan in my phone.
That's right.
Great callback.
Great. Great. So yeah. So now with the Try Guys, do you think that their strategy was smart, kind of handling it, moving on, and they haven't rebranded, right? Like the whole thing, like they're still Try Guys. It's still the same brand, right? Nothing has changed from branding.
It's still the Try Guys. Try Guys, trifecta. It's still a trifecta. But they have started to change up their brand kit, so to speak. So instead of showing 4 hearts, it's 3 hearts with the 3 guys' respective colors. Their logo is orange now. Their header is orange. Like
Oh, what color was it prior? Like a turquoise?
it was all 4 of their colors, and it was a little triceratops, and like each part of the triceratops had like either red, green, blue, or purple.
Oh, but the Triceratops is still there, right? It's just
Yeah.
now all orange.
It's just all orange. So it's an orange background and like I think like a white outline. Yeah.
And is there 4 humps on it still?
Um. Hold on.
I never knew if there was 4 on the original, but I might be spilling either AT or propaganda.
It looks like the same Yeah, it looks like the same Triceratops, honestly.
How many humps does the Triceratops have on this picture?
Like the I just see a horn and then just like one little horn or hump.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I thought it had 4 humps.
Oh, this is new. This is hold on, sorry. So there
Yes.
was rumors going around that the Try Guys unfollowed Quasi James. But on
Wait,
their
did you say that funny? Quasi James?
yeah, that's his name, Quasi. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know
Okay.
if you could hear little yelps in the background. My dog sleeps. She talks in her sleep, so she is currently barking in her sleep right
Oh,
now.
that is so cute. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't mind the person talking through duct tape behind me.
Yeah. He's
Shh.
hot.
Yeah. Shut up.
Anyways, so everybody was like, why did they unfollow him? Why did they unfollow him? But I think they
Why?
refollowed him.
Tell us what? Oh,
We don't know. We don't know. There might have been some misunderstanding, maybe, but their latest tweet was filming with the one and only today, Quasi James. And people have said, we wanted Quasi James to be the fifth Try Guy anyway. Maybe he could be the new Try Guy and have a black guy in there now instead of like
wow.
three
His
white
name is
guys.
Quasi James.
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't even know who this person is. This is
Hold on.
amazing.
I'm going to hashtag new Try Guy. Okay.
So you think the new try this should be the new try guy, Mr. Quasi.
Yeah. People, it's
Okay,
not
how?
just me. Other people have been saying it. Like more diversity too. Like he's a cool
Oh,
guy.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I know who this person is, but that's I need to
He's appeared
research
on
this.
the videos before. That's why people know him. Sorry. I left
Oh,
that part out. I didn't realize what was going on right now. Sorry.
yes, that makes sense. I know exactly who this guy is. Yes,
Woo!
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
Oh, no. Hey Quasi, I hope you become the new fourth try guy.
Yes.
You're
Same.
you're a keyword now.
Your keyword, your hashtag, a keyword.
I don't know if I
Well, that's
follow him.
exciting. So that is T. So I'm glad that they're doing their thing, being the
Yes.
Try Guys and such.
Mhm.
Um, now, some other news, other intel. Now, you may have heard about this, El Pity, but I feel like we would have spoken about this
Yes.
had you heard about it.
Mhm.
So I received this intel. This, I think, is going to be life-changing news for both you and I. There
Uh-oh.
was rumors about this happening back, I believe, in 2020, 2019. But my sister sent me an updated article. Um, and Tyler Perry gives update on Sister Act 3 with Whoopi Goldberg. We've got a good script. Allegedly on The View, Tyler Perry and Whoopi Goldberg announced that there will indeed be a Sister Act 3.
My mind just exploded. I don't know how to take
Yes.
this news right now. I want to kick things in excitement. Holy
It's
shit.
absolutely epic. So my
Ah!
sister Jeanette, hey Jeanette, sent me this article right before we started recording, and I told her this is going to be my subject. And so this is super fun. But so Tyler Perry goes on to say, I love the idea of us making this happen, but you know, the Hollywood system moves a little slower than I'd like to. So we've got a good script. We're off to a good start. We're just trying to get everybody moving in the right direction so we can get it going. So super exciting. Alleged inclusions include Jennifer Lewis, which is going to be super exciting. And Goldberg did say, Whoopi indicated on The View, right? They were sort of, this is her quoting, they were sort of lukewarm for the longest time about making the movie. They said nobody wanted to see it, and then Tyler went in and said, I want to see it. Next thing I knew, we were on. That's the power of TP. So super exciting that this news is breaking.
I think
Sister Act 3 is a thing.
I want to rewind on something. I think we already knew the power of TP. I mean, look at what 2020 brought. Everybody was trying to get the TP off the shelves. Costco was so busy. Toilet paper, am I right? You're welcome, Space Cowboys.
Come on, space cowboys and toilet paper fanatics. No, but you're exactly right. Toilet paper is crucial for your butthole and the ongoing of the Sister Act franchise.
Like, oh my
Isn't that amazing?
gosh.
I
I
mean,
can't
that's
I,
epic to me.
I can't say words because it's so exciting. I'm gonna
Yeah, and
sing
what's really
instead.
cool, I've never
Ah!
in a million years thought I would be able to say these next few words that come out of my mouth. But thanks to my really good Judy Chris Prente, who's on the news, we did a press junket years ago. I actually had the opportunity to meet both Whoopi and Tyler Perry. So very cool that I can share a news article about two people I've also met, which is again
Weird.
super epic.
Whoa. What if they're like, hey, remember that guy that one time in it was New York, right? It was New
New
York?
York, yeah,
New York.
in a nun outfit, in a nun habit.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I would die. I would shave my beard for that act, that sister act. That
Yeah.
is.
That if you need an extra, I will gladly be an extra.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
If you need me as a some sort of actress, cool. If you don't,
Exactly.
awesome.
And remakes can be super hit or miss, especially with like super long periods of time between them.
hmm
Now, Hocus Pocus 2, did you have a chance to check that new flick out?
I will. I do not have Disney Plus. I will get
No
it.
problem. But it was an epic movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. So I think that, speaking of just sequels, I think that was a super fun movie.
Super fun
Also,
movie. I mean, automatically it's a good movie, so I don't I don't have to worry about it. Like the minute I watch it, even in Christmas, it's gonna be a great
even
movie.
in Christmas. What's a
Even
movie you
in
watch
Christmas.
every Christmas? Is there something to? I mean, I guess we should talk about Halloween, but I like Christmas. So what do we? Tell me about it.
Sorry, I thought you said something else. I don't watch. I watch a lot of movies, so none.
Oh, are you a movie girl?
No,
Oh, I heard I watched a lot of movies, and I was like,
I don't
that's
watch.
weird.
I don't.
I've never heard that. I'm like, the,
No, sorry.
I'm like, that's weird. Last thing I thought you did was just like sit around and watch movies. No, I'm kind of the same way. I've been watching a lot of movies lately, but I'm
hmm
not a big movie gal per se. I like to repeat my movies.
Yeah.
Like a really good movie me and my siblings used to really love, and it still holds up, is anything Mr. Bean. But like the Bean movie was really great.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, I might have to check out the Mr. Bean movie tonight, even
D-
right now, actually.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back. Hold on. We'll be back. We'll.
It's
Just gonna
60 minutes.
I totally changed the scene. You're gonna see it. I'm
Oh, you
sorry.
changed the screen upon the pod.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, how clever. The Twitch people are like, are they leaving? No, we're
No, we're
not.
not. We got you. T.
But yeah, so LPD, I'm super excited about all those sequels.
That is
Um,
amazing. That is
yes,
amazing. That was my song for you.
I love that.
Thanks.
LPD, I always love getting together with you week in and week out over here on our Twitch channel. You know that.
Holla. And you know what? If you like us, you should probably just go to hashtagthatpodcast.com because, we have a lot of cool things on there like our Twitch or our SoundCloud or our
Mm,
social medias or even merch. And
that's right.
also our feet Patreon where we show our feet off in weird situations. What are you going to see next? I'm kidding. We don't have a
Well, that's
Patreon.
half true. You should follow my Patreon at John John After Dark, which you might get some of that content. Not terribly off, but that is what is up. Now, El Pity, they know, of course, besides me being blurred, of
I was
course,
like, how are you going to segue into that? What are you going to say? I was just waiting. I was like, ooh, this is going to be fun.
speaking
Ah,
of a blurry situation, you can
it's
get down with all of our blurry social media all over the interwaves at hashtag that
blurry
podcast.
social
That's
media.
right. You guys know we love the tea and we love to drink it. My name is John John.
Wait a minute, where are we going?
Are we not leaving?
No, we're not leaving.
Oh, I thought we were done.
No, we
Sorry, folks.
we have
I
only
guess
been
I guess this train is continuing for
we
God knows what reason.
we
So go ahead, choo choo. No stopping here. She said, nope. Like, got it. I'll get off at the next stop then.
I know it looks like we've been streaming for an hour, but we've only been actually
Mm.
on air for 38 minutes.
Wow. Well,
Oh no!
there you have it, folks. For those who are listening.
Oh
Okay.
no!
El Pity, what else do you have?
Well, I know you wanted to talk about one thing that you were watching beforehand, and then I was going to talk about another thing that we were both watching beforehand and kind of researching,
Yes.
which was why we were actually late. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
just
Take
fucking forgot.
it away.
Let's talk. Well, we got Dance Moms and Miss USA. So
I think we get into Miss USA. I think that's like tea. The tea is topical.
tea.
The tea kettle is boiling,
I don't know
and
what it
that'll give me
was.
a few moments to remember
What the hell's
some
going
other
on?
things.
Gotcha.
What's happening here on this show?
Just blew
I'm like,
your
oof.
mind just now. I
I was
was like,
like,
where
wow.
are you going? Like, it's not been an hour yet. We are so close. We're so close. So,
So close.
I got hit up by my friend Lindsay about get on Instagram now. But before that, I got a notification that my friend was going live. And then I was like, okay, cool. I saw it. Like, I figured she's going to talk about something. Well, this friend just finished competing at Miss USA this last weekend. Oh, okay, Google. The fuck? Don't be listening in on my conversations. You can watch me on Twitch. I'm on Twitch right now. Rude.
That's right. Hashtag at that podcast. Hashtag that podcast.
Wait, wait. Are you gonna wait? Is it playing our podcast? It's playing something.
Oh,
my,
nice.
my Google Home is just going off. Okay, Google, stop.
Again, for those of you listening, I'm deeply sorry.
I don't
This
know.
is a podcast.
I don't know what just happened. I'm so
That
sorry.
Lori insisted that we continue. And look, this is now what we have to deal with.
My Google Home is
So
yelling at
back to Miss
me.
USA.
Back
So
to
USA, the
Mhm.
lady of the United States of America, Miss
She's
USA.
beauty. Yeah, she's great. No, that's
And so it sounds like there's your friend who is a contestant in Miss USA,
yeah.
right?
She was a contestant.
She went live. Okay.
Yes. She went live, but then it was her friend. It came back. It looks like I guess she was hosting her. I don't know what happened, but it was. Oh,
Huh.
I should probably open up her name. It was Miss Montana USA Heather Lee. Her Instagram is Heather Lee O'Keefe. So that's on Instagram. But she was streaming a live on there. She said that she was willing to speak out on behalf of the class of 2022. Don't know. I don't have a way to confirm that at this time, so I could probably get
But
the
she
answer.
said it, so
She
maybe.
said it, so but the title of her live stream was Miss USA Expose Contestants Tell All. And it looks like some of the contestants that were a part of the state representatives were in the stream as well, talking about like some of the stuff that was going wrong. One of the things you and I were both like, well, that's not like terrible. Like that's general knowledge when you're like filming a show. That's like so
Hmm.
one of the complaints was the contestants weren't allowed to leave the hotel. And they weren't allowed to see their family. Like, so in pageant world, yeah, that's normal that you get to go out and like hang out with your family and stuff like that. But in TV production, when you're filming a long important competition or event, so Big Brother, RuPaul's Drag Race, competitions, they tend to
Hmm.
have stricter rules. So, yeah, like for some people that have spent their lives competing in pageants, you're so used to being like, okay, I'm done with interview. I'm going to go eat burgers with my family. No, I guess,
No, darling, you are not
no,
doing that.
no,
Not at Miss USA, darling.
darling.
They said they were locked in their resort rooms. I'm like, oh, like listen, I
Like,
don't know their situation, but come on, there could be worse problems, people.
it could have been said better, but I totally get it. So what the contestants were saying is the only time they would see the sun is if it was for a treat. Like they would get rewarded to go outside for doing something. So we don't know what all was going on in there. But
Hmm.
another claim that came out was issues with hair and makeup. The contestants talked about their contestant photos, their headshots that they had to do. Like it was a whole pool thing, so they all looked like they were just wet in the pool with makeup on. And I think even Miss Montana was like, we had to have our boobs taped up so high, so it looks like it was here. Like, just like a weird photo, which, yeah, it was a weird photo.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like also like you're like there is a theme. I'm not defending any of this stuff, but it
Yeah.
is that they really believe deep into this Miss USA that there's some sort of rigged
Mhm.
voting and some sort of like
Mhm.
manipulation, and that's what's super interesting. Like the hair and makeup thing, right? Wasn't this the subject around that they believe that maybe they were being sabotaged with looks
Mhm.
potentially to not win or not
Yes.
present well, and that's really deep. Like if that's true, that's a very deep seated uh, direct, you know.
Well, what was claimed on this stream, once again, this is all alleged. I can't prove this. I was not there. I don't have a chance to talk to my friend to confirm it or not. I don't feel like I should go to her and ask her about that because if this was as Miss Montana says, I don't want to bring up trauma. There was talks about mental health issues and concerns for the contestants. There
Mhm.
was talks of, so one of the prizes of becoming Miss USA is you get like some sort of trip. Usually with
Yep.
trips, same thing within competitions. You don't get it until the show airs, or you don't get to go on it until months later. You have to stay in a certain position for like 90 days, something like that, you know?
Mhm.
But apparently, right after Miss USA, she the next night, I guess she was already on photos, and there was like a rooftop where she was dancing. I don't know, but she was already on that trip. Like, usually,
Wow.
Miss USA, what she has to does is, yeah, you do all your press stuff. You'd like only get 4 hours of sleep, and then you go move into your new apartment for the year. But I do remember that if the winner of Miss USA, instead of moving to New York, she has to move to LA now. So
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
I
which
mean, that
is
makes sense. I mean, like, there's different
yeah,
opportunities everywhere, right?
mm-hmm,
Like, but that is really fascinating.
yeah,
And again, it's like the reason, and this might not seem like piping hot tea to the general public, and frankly, it's not. But the idea is that if she knew she was winning,
mm-hmm,
why go through all this hullabaloo of manipulation of or make or even like deception to make people believe that
mm-hmm,
there is voting occurring or something like that. And
exactly,
yes, we know that that sort of we all know that that does good on ratings and things like that, but
mm-hmm.
that's just wrong. I mean, when people really genuinely think they have a shot and they don't, that's just wrong.
Exactly. And this isn't new too. Like, I guess there was controversy with last year's Miss USA. I don't remember what the controversy was off the top of my head. I have to go back and look and research. But one thing that was really prevalent during crowning was usually during crowning, like after you do your first walk as the winner, all the contestants, or at least a small group of contestants, will come out and like congratulate you. Nope, not this time. No, people like waited a little bit, like right after she was crowned, and then started leaving the stage. And then by the time she like walked back, all like people were 75% already vacated the stage, the contestants. So the contestants are supposed to stay there and like at least clap or something like that. Like, you usually don't, even if they don't like her, like they'll just usually stand there and just be like, we're supposed to be here, that's fine.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
they
the
left.
politics of it all.
Right.
That's crazy because
Mhm.
again, I know, and I think somebody even stated it right that their walkout had nothing to do with the winner; it had everything to do with the competition.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's like, how could you feel the winner is going to feel impacted by that mass exodus? It's like, and if not, then that's a very someone who probably shouldn't have the crown. But
Right.
um, I think that's really telling about what people believe to be true about this.
Right.
Um,
And I mean, like some of the stuff that she was saying too is just common in the pageant world. So for example, Miss Montana mentioned like for the pictures that they like photographers take on stage of you while you're competing, you don't like, it's very very rare that you get the pictures back for free, or any videos. Like if there is a pageant video, you have to pay for that. Like, you don't get that for
yeah.
free, and you still have to pay your entry fees and stuff like that, so you're paying more money on top of stuff. So same goes for Miss USA. So they have to spend like $450 just to get at least their photos, at
Oh
least their
wow.
photos, at least. Yep, said that.
Photos least. No, but I mean, but people, even when businesses are nonprofits, right? At the end of the day, it's still a business, and that's what people
Mhm.
do have to realize, right? Like
Yeah.
there's money involved. Whether it's a nonprofit, you still run a nonprofit as a business, right? So,
Right.
um,
And like
it's just a
and once again, like, Miss USA is just like any pageant. Let me just tell you that. Like, you're always, every pageant, no matter how positive of an experience that you have with it, or how negative an experience you have with it, there's always going to be something that's going to be talked about. Um, and the more questionable it is, or more unfair it is, the more it'll be talked about. Or like, let's just say like, well, I can't believe she won. Why did she win? That'll be only talked about for a few days. But if you have a lot of contestants being like, oh, apparently there's a requirement that they really didn't say was a requirement, and that's why a bunch of us didn't know or try to do this requirement.
Mhm.
I'm trying to be very vague because I can't speak for this person, because one, I'm not close with this person, but I've been to plenty of pageants, including at
Mhm.
least one USA affiliated pageant. So
And that's the crazy part. Do you think that a brand as large as, say, a Miss USA could fall? Is that even possible? Right? Just due to the calamity of the name, right itself, the trademark and the brand of the name. Yes, there will be. controversy within, and that will certainly get out. But can that truly destroy a brand like Miss USA? I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, I think we're kind of seeing it, a preview of it with Miss America because they rolled out
Hmm.
Miss America 2.0. Um, and of course they changed some certain stuff, but like there's the positive changes that came from Miss America wasn't just because, hey, it's time to change. There was stuff in the
Hmm.
background that needed to change. So, and stuff
Yeah.
did change because of certain stuff. Like there's always stuff going down in agreements. Some of the I can't say a lot of stuff because once again, this stuff is not too about or happened to me. I don't know who you are. So
and
I
that's
just
and that's the
yeah.
thing is like just like you don't necessarily know how it affects individuals in it.
Mhm.
But here's the reality, right? Pageants are a very
Mhm.
controversial subject, excuse me, and they always have been. But that's the reason, to your point, that they have to evolve, right? That there
Mhm.
has to be an evolution within the pageant world, because otherwise you become stale and stagnant and even outdated, which is
Mhm.
not the goal. Because at the end of the day, right, and you could probably explain this far with better eloquence than me, is you're really trying to put forth role models for
Mhm.
people of the world, right? And that's
Yes.
really what the ultimate winner of a pageant is the best role model and the best representative of this said pageant based on these rules, objective missions, etc. So I don't know. I just think it's very interesting to think
And
that they have to change, or that it can
yeah,
affect the company. Sorry, but you're saying.
exactly. And this is not me saying like, oh, pageants are terrible. I love pageants. I love them so
Of
much.
course, girl, you're the pageant girl,
I'm
the pageant
I'm a
girl.
literal director, so I love pageantry. Like myself and the team that I work with, we pride ourselves on making sure we're doing the most fair, the most we're following it to a T, because we're all about fairness. So, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
we're all about the experience. We want to help people learn, but unfortunately, that's not everyone's mission. So this is just the reality is like you're never going to have a pageant where it's just like 100% like amazing. Like one of the last
Hmm.
pageants I won, um
Hey.
the day after, the only person that was in my division, her family was going on Facebook like, "Oh, it should have been you. You should have won. You should have won." Which yeah, whatever. Like she beat me. The only she beat me when we competed together one time, and this was the second time we were competing together. She won the whole division. I didn't place because I messed up my interview. So I came back to compete, made sure my interview was good. Once I did that, I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna win. I was confident,
Hmm.
and I ended up winning talent, Miss Congeniality, and the crown. So, but yeah, you're always gonna, no matter how, even though you know that you're good. Like I just came off of a before that pageant, I came off of a national win, so like I knew I was good. So like
Yeah,
I,
girl,
I knew
yeah.
what I was doing. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
but even to see that, like you can't escape that, and like that wasn't her. Like the other girl I was competing with, that was not her at all. Like I don't feel like she would go back and be like, "Yeah, encouraging like the shit talking, like you know what I mean, from her family. Like, and her family probably didn't like mean no harm because that's what you usually say. You should have won. You should have won. But
Mhm.
it could hurt some people, and I'm like, okay, that's rude. God.
Yeah, because it
But
devalues the winner in
exactly,
some
like
respect, whether that's the intent or not, right? It's still
yeah,
like, well, fuck you, because well, you saying they should have won is not. It's very encouraging for the person hearing it, but
hmm
not encouraging to the person who beat that person out, and
exactly.
that's not
Yeah.
cool.
So, and I mean, here's the thing too. Pageantry doesn't stop on the stage. It doesn't stop during pageant weekend.
No.
Once
Mm-mm.
again, I had a former winner, the person who crowned me. She was still promoting as though she was the current winner. Usually, I was just talking about this today with somebody else. Like,
Mm.
usually, if you're a former winner, if you get permission, you can still wear your sash at least, like to do community service and stuff like that. But you shouldn't be wearing the crown and the sash because that indicates that you're the current winner. So,
Oh,
and
interesting.
this is what she was doing. So the director called me and she was like, "Hey, so and so is doing this, just so you know." I told her to stop. She wouldn't stop. So, and then that person came back and was like, "Oh, I was only doing it because Lori's really not doing any appearances." I'm like, "He- "It was wrong, because I was. I just didn't live in the same city as her. So she also doesn't know how to use social media. So And I also am very good at IT. Not saying I did anything, but like I
No,
do.
but it's
Like
crazy to think like, yeah,
it's
exactly.
like
Like
I have
you,
proof out there. I have evidence saying like I did appearances. What are you talking about? Like you're just out here talking shit. So I shut that down real quick. So, but
and
yeah.
as you should, right? Because that doesn't her even if regardless of what the actions were on the current rating, you don't discredit, right?
Mhm.
If the initial crown meant anything to you, you can't discredit the next person in the lineage of the crown. So
Exactly.
yeah, no,
Like
that's a mess.
the only time you should like really be wearing your old crown and sash is and you're not the current winner is if you have to go back to the pageant to like help crowning or something like that. And even then, they don't always wear their crowns too. They'll just wear their sash or not. Depends on the pageant. That there's
That is
pageants, yeah.
fascinating.
Like
Now that's good to know for
yeah.
the people listening.
Hmm.
Don't wear your fucking crown to the world if you're not the current winner.
Right. Like be respectful. It's just a sign of respect. So
And is that and that is I would assume, right? That's something known within the pageant world.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because
I
that's
mean,
what we
it
were just
sounds
talking
like
about.
something
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
That
Like
to me makes sense. It's like again,
and
you
it depends on each pageant too. Everything is so different because everything has its own little like, oh yeah, we're the similar like this, but no, we're different like this. Oh, what about this? Oh no, no, like this. Instead of interview, we actually do cartwheel contest. Best cartwheeler,
exactly.
high
No, and
point.
you don't ever think about like someone being crowned like with like it is funny like when I think about like those moments,
Mhm.
it's rare that you see you usually see a crown for the winner, and
Mhm.
that's usually the prominent one that's like boasted about town.
Yeah.
The past winners don't typically wear crowns, to your
Right.
point.
Like
Um,
they'll probably wear them too while they're crowning the new winner, and then like be
exactly.
like, yay, and then take theirs off a little bit later, so they're like not overshadowing, or take pictures with them to be like, this is my successor,
My
this is my
hmm
predecessor, and stuff like that. But then,
But then to like go out in public and still have that's really interesting. I
mhm,
never even knew that or
yeah,
thought about that.
mhm,
Now that I didn't know any of that, despite me knowing now having a very deep knowledge of the dance world.
yes,
Frankly,
yes,
I have been. We were talking a little bit about this pre-show. I have been hooked, El Pity, hooked on Dance Moms.
yes.
Now,
My little heart is so happy.
I realize that I am super late to the party
Yeah, just it's
because
fine, it's fine.
Dance Moms premiered, if you can believe this, in 2011,
Oh, that's 11 years
and
ago.
they right, and
Ah,
that's had 8 seasons. I have been watching on YouTube the I think it's whatever TLC, one of them, Dance Moms, one of their channels, the official ones,
yeah,
have a bunch of real life compilations of this show, cast clips, etc. But then there's this whole other world of YouTube I discovered and how I got into it. So I'm dating this guy who's super cute, super awesome, and we're watching this. I like to watch compilation videos of like dumb pop culture moments.
yes,
And then I
yes,
really love like Real Housewives videos, like Real Housewives dragging people for filth or Real Housewives dumbest moments. Like I just love this stuff.
yes.
And one of the things that we watched right after one of my stupid compilations is he put on an Abby Lee Miller compilation. And El Pity
Was your little mind blown?
order. Oh,
Oh,
I knew who this woman was, but I had never seen her interact with these children, with these mothers. It was like 8 minutes of the most glorious train wreck I've ever seen in my life. And then I have been hooked ever since. So since I've been watching all those like dumb, like edited versions of them, but now my passion has gotten to the next level. Now I am literally watching full length episodes
yep. That's how they get you.
of
That's
Dance Moms.
that's
It's
exactly what they want. They want you to do that, and that's how I
100%.
I do it too.
It was literally, I was like, this is so good. And what's amazing is like the fame some of these gals have received from the show. I don't know if you realize how famous Maddie Ziegler is now.
Oh yeah, no, I know how
Oh,
famous she
she
is.
is a superstar now, right?
Mhm.
She has collaborations with Fabletics. She's a gorgeous model, internet personality. Like I was shocked because again, now I'm coming in late. Now I'm seeing her as this adult.
Yeah.
Um, then you see like people like JoJo Siwa who are now out queer women, right? Who are making, and again, I'm seeing it totally backwards. Um, But so Dance Moms. So have you been, I would assume you've been to the party since the beginning.
Oh, I wouldn't say since the beginning, but probably by like season 3. Yeah.
By season 3 you were in.
Oh
Now
yeah.
the originals are super great. I love, yeah, and you can even tell the like editing of it gets even better with
It
time.
does the whole like RuPaul filter, season 1 filter is dropped.
Hmm.
Here you go. Here's the good stuff.
Exactly.
Here's
And
the
even Abby Lee, like
1080p.
there's a, and she's been through hell and back since the show. But
Mhm.
anyway, that's a whole nother episode of the pod. But the girls are just so. It's really interesting how invested you get, and you can say, like Melissa, and people immediately know who Melissa is.
Mhm.
I can't believe I know Christy, right? Holly, Kelly, and those I think were the OG moms, right? There was yeah, Melissa with Maddie and Mackenzie.
Mhm.
Holly was Nia's mom.
Mhm. Christy.
Kelly's kids were Paige and Brooke. Christy was Chloe.
Mhm.
That is disgusting that I know that, but
But
orders
Dance
up.
Moms, it's just so addicting because you have that element of like, oh my gosh, here's the hard work, and then here's their competition. Like, here, are they gonna do good? Are they gonna do bad? But then,
And then what?
and
Exactly.
then that series had scandals too, similar to pageants. Look at that comeback. Oh my gosh. Uh oh.
Exactly. No,
Oh,
but
scarf.
it dances. This her scarf is falling here on stream, but I
Ah!
will tell you, there's so many correlations that I see with pageantry, dance, and the arts just in general, right? Because
Mhm.
there's pageants and the dance competitions are designed very similar, right? There's
Yes.
what I understand to be traditional entry fees. There's winners in the end.
Point
There's typically
system.
exactly
Mhm.
judges, etc. There's a traditional auditorium stage. Like
Mhm.
it's just very traditional in that sense. But it is fascinating that these mothers, especially in season one, into these next, they're like once they start blowing up, right?
Yeah.
Amazing to me that they would put their kids through this. But on the flip side, you then see like the superstardom they've been catapulted into.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it worth it? I don't know that we are here to like judge that or define
Mhm.
that. But again, I think it's a good question to ask. But talk about an amazing show.
Like, the drama was good between the adults, and then you saw like phenomenal dancing from these young ladies. Like, I don't, I can't comprehend it. Like, I get that you've been dancing since you were 2, but I can't comprehend that.
Well, the dancing is incredible. The when they do that like flip thing,
Mhm.
like when their head or their hands don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they flip over their head basically.
Yes.
They walk, and do like a flip
Yeah.
basically. I don't know what the fuck that's called, but
A,
that to
a
me
front
is like,
aerial? I don't know.
yeah, I think it might be, but it's
Yeah.
a very it's very amazing to me.
Mhm.
And what's amazing also in like the worst possible way is how these mothers would villainize the children for each other's gain. Like, and your daughter's not even that good, and your
Mhm.
daughter shouldn't even gotten that. And that to me was crazy because it built the show around the critique of children,
Yeah.
which makes sense in a competition style show, but that also can be super damaging for people in their formative years, And I have
Exactly.
to think there's some who've reached catapult, super, super great heights, but some not, right? Or what about the ones who maybe didn't even make the show, right? Things like that. So
Right. Or the ones that were on the show only to be kicked off the show?
exactly.
Mhm.
And then of course I don't know what season she comes in, but then Jill comes in with Kendall,
Oh yeah, Kindle.
which
Yeah.
I am so here for her. She was always like my little Kendall, my little Kendall. And there was of course a couple other really amazing cast members who show up throughout the seasons. And then of course they move to LA, and then there's that whole LA dance thing, and then Abby allegedly goes through all of her court turmoil, and
Mhm.
then of course suffers with cancer, has surgeries, ends up in a wheelchair, and then comes back with this whole brand new dance crew. It's just a fascinating show. And the later seasons, I was very drawn to the mothers quitting, the OG moms quitting.
Mhm.
I couldn't believe they left the studio.
Yeah. And
How
I think
could you?
and then it just doesn't feel the same after that because you're like, they're the
No.
OGs, so I'm gonna watch them. And oh, they're gone. So oh, here's these new moms.
I
Okay.
was not. I agree with you. I was not as invested with the new moms, and I think it's because the new moms, and no disrespect to the kids, they're all talented, right? But these kids were amazing, supreme dancers,
Yeah.
right?
But once
Whereas, like
again, the
you saw
show's
the
called Dance Moms. We're here for the moms.
exactly, we're so here for the moms, exactly. But you think about like the original OG cast, like those kids grew and learned throughout. Like you saw their improvement over time. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't stellar dancers season one, right? Some of them had exceptional dance ability, of course, but the way they grew throughout the seasons, especially as an ensemble, to me was great. But anyway, um, and even the later seasons, they're drama filled. And what I find amazing is that the show doesn't stop for the moms, right? Like even when all the OGs left, there was still a show, and that was
Yeah.
really what Abby was saying all along. I'm not saying she was right, but she's saying it's like everyone is replaceable, and in the arts, it's sad but true.
Yes.
There's
So
always
true.
someone nipping at your heels, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. We made it past an hour. We're good now.
Oh my god, we made it. We made it past. No, but I do. I love a good dance mom moment. I'll be streaming a lot more of that stuff
Yes.
because it's so good, El Pity. But
Right.
no, I do appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And you know what?
What?
I love recording with you because my name is John John.
And I'm El Pity.
And this is the end of the show, correct?
Yes. Yes. We're at an
And this is
hour and 5.
hashtag.
That podcast.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all. We love you. Wait, do this real quick. Quick, quick. Make a heart. Make a heart. Oh, right there. Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? Just pretend it was a heart, guys. We love you. Bye.
Love.